And the next time, try this segment tonight, which is brought to you by VintCo. I want to talk to you about how to mount a front fender on your bike. Now, a few weeks ago, I gave you a little tip on using transfer screws. 6mm screws you made to a point where you put them on the side of your bike and you can mark the back of your number plate. It's in an area where you can't get behind it and maybe mark it. So that was a little tip I gave you. It works real well. Tonight, I want to talk to you about mounting a front fender like this. You may buy one from Preston Petty. It's going to be undrilled. It's going to be a little difficult to get that fender drilled accurately if you don't have the old fender from your bike. But here's a little trick that I use sometimes. I want to tell you a little bit more about it. What I do is I take two Allen heads, 6mm, just like this, okay? And I cut them down nice and short. And with that wrench, I turn that Allen screw up into the triple clamp and I can make it nice and flush. Then I make transfer points like this out of a 6mm, out of like what that end of that wrench is, okay? I cut a little bit off there, make a point on it with a little dab of grease in all four of those points. I push those little transfer points up in there. At this point, what you're gonna need maybe is another set of helping hands. You have somebody at your house or a friend coming over, you've got everything all lined up there with the transfer screws and the points. You wanna make sure your fender now is straight on your bike. Also, take a look at it from the side. You don't wanna have it sitting too far back when you go to turn sometimes. I've seen it happen where the rear of the fender hits the pipe. So make sure the pipe is on your bike before you mount the fender. Once you get your buddy to have that fender up there nice and straight, left to right, front to back, you can give a little tap on each one of those transfer points. And when you take that fender down, you're going to have 4 marks on that fender right where you can drill your holes. It's going to be perfectly straight every time, the same way you see it right here on this YZ. And that's how you get a fender on the front of your bike nice and straight. I want to thank VintCo for being a sponsor of this segment. VintCo, keep the ride going.